Ahem. It will be around when the moon rises above that mountain peak. That that is the time the priestess who summoned Vayu dies. According to the schedule, the transport ship is supposed to arrive on Walar before that, but it was also delayed due to an issue with the power room. So the priestess lifespan will run out before it arrives in Willarv, and thus the transport ship will lose all power of the god and fall. Now then, what are you who was left behind able to do? With your triple with Apajuchi, you have a divine affinity higher than even the current priestess summoning value. In the prospective next line, Mirha Simon, Idaitu. If you grew up receiving the expectation of those around you, it would be nice to live up to them with an heroic act, or with your anger against those who left you behind and that despicable Asher hero, you also have the option to simply ignore this transport ship crashing. There is no guarantee that my summon will succeed, but it's the only way for you to get out of here alive. Are you going to? Aren't you going to try it before you die, anyways? The only difference is whether you do it sooner or later. I should also consider the case of you being wrong. If I attempt to summon when the moon rises and the priestess is not yet dead, the summon will fail for sure and I will lose my lifespan. Even though I'm a quarter, I have no way of knowing if I was born with enough lifespan to try multiple summons. Ultimately, it's a gamble for me. It might be a choice that could blow my single chance of escaping here alive. That's why it's a meaningful choice. There's no need for predictable results. That kind of thing has no value whatsoever in my world. Well then, this is all the help. This is all the help I will lend you. All right, those legs of yours will return to how they were before, as soon as the moon rises. I recovered them. I recovered them for a moment to make it easier to converse, but don't resent me for giving them and taking them away again, since they're not yours in the first place. Kurigam. One Last God, Kubera, story out by Kurigam, Season 3, Episode 269, Kubera Kubera 5. Okay? Oh yeah, she's Leez. The two didn't, the two at the door didn't seem like they would try to fight me. Why are these guys here so aggressive? Did hearing my dad, did hearing that my dad was disappointing them hit some sore spot? Even so, coming at me so suddenly, since they're magic criminals, they must be purebloods or quarters, right? Then just a slight touch lightly. Huh? He doesn't get pushed. Is he unexpectedly a half, or is the power and some equipment, then a little more force? That you pushed him back. Whoops, that was too much. Are you okay? Grab. Move any further, and the big bomb mounted in these arms will go off. You won't die from this much, but I will. Daughter of Rao. If you resemble him even in his personality, you won't dare move a single bit more, correct? How do we got a bomb? Mirha. This comes fire coming. Zoom. Lutznam, there are six of them, but three. What? They're all combining the badly damaged bodies of the site of the bombing. Three more dead prisoners were found, and three of the six people in the stand off are already accounted for. What the? Then who? Then the people who are in the standoff, they were the ones who received their identities as such, but from the start there was a possibility of them lying. Three out of the six people were already dead. So Howland, Glowen Knock, Cillian K, Lucia Bell, Madir Halo, Volderion. We can't be sure about the other three either. There was a street of magic shops on their escape routes. Chances that are high that those escaped took advantage of the bombing and stole items there. The person using prosthetic arms would have started by charging the batteries and creation band at the creation brand, and if these were thefts, it should have been reported. As you know, Lutznim, there are rumors that some creation bands have recently dabbled in creating illegal weapons and humanoid robots. There's a high possibility that they wouldn't report, even if only to hide that. Okay. Since Agni went with them, I guess everything will be fine. I don't know. Why is Tilda looking like that? Hey, yo. We cut back. Agni, he burning stuff, playing with fire right in front of the god of fire. I was wondering how fearless. I was wondering how they were such fearless humans, but it turns out they weren't humans to begin with. It's dangerous if human scientists, human scientific power process. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungover. Yo. Oh my goodness. Okay. Power progresses in this direction. So there's her prosthetic legs. A Sura body transplanted into a quarter. I knew about it, but seeing it in person is truly terrifying. Have you really been living while lying to everybody that they were prosthetic legs? Compared to your gifted childhood, your divine affinity is falling considerably. I wonder what excuses you gave those around you regarding that. Agni Nim, don't you think something was strange? No matter how Mirha knows about knows about it and avoids the inside of the gods, if we those who remind her of the past appear and cause an instance such as this, there's no way she could avoid thinking about it at all. So Agni Nim, weren't you able to see something that blocked the god's insights? Oh, it's him too. I'm not too surprised about a quarter with a transplant from a Sura body. It might it might be hard to imagine for a human who only received ordinary historic history education, but there have been countless of examples of that when taking the lost history of extinguished planets into account. Moreover, the most severe case is right here in Willard. Man's like Rand. You apparently don't think of yourself as innocent. Of yourself. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna fix up. Give me a sec. Holy. You apparently don't think yourself as innocent of the charge of tampering with the power room. Unlike those who got away, you seem to be obsessed with Mirha and Leez. Those who got away, yeah, the two guards in the front door. They just went out together with the hostages, so I just turned a blind eye. You knew, but you turned a blind eye. They were easy to see through, but you are different. You instigated other people who are actually innocent of the charge, pretending to be one of the innocents. The main culprit who orchestrated this incident by putting forward the N5 transport ship incident as a common point. What does that escape prisoner who blocks even inside of gods want to achieve by going this far? It's something worth spectating for once, isn't it? To observe the situation you intentionally. Do you think I stood by and watched because I couldn't gain power over such a puny thing as this? Anyway, go on with what you were trying to do. Depending on the outcome, someone will have to pay for the price for their sins. So, Agni, you're personally just going to be the judge on this? No, the judge will not be me, but Kubera. To be continued. Ooh. In Altara, there was many people who could survive because of the creation brands, but which do illegal developments. I hate this outfit. Although it is difficult to express the color, the eyes themselves can be drawn. So I draw the eyes infrequently when it is black and white. In the setting, the bangs are long enough to cover the eye, so when the eyes are not exposed in all panels, uh, it's lucky it isn't a person. Didn't want them to be seen. Aren't her legs pretty? They look just like boots. There are some people who said that it's necessary to pay attention to the fact that the tips of the legs were not exposed in this panel. True. Because I already know about Rand's power. Well, he already something about hinting him knowing in season 2. This is already the last Kubera episode 2022. Okay, so this is like the wrap up. All right. We will discuss, people. We gonna talk. That was good. We gonna talk. Patreon gang, huge shout out to the Patreon gang. Shout out to my certified BAM lovers. That's the CBL. Shout out to the Priests of Fire. Those are the certified Brilith lovers. Are they the real CBL? I don't know. They could be. But a huge shout out to the Fifths and Gods, my tier 3 pledgers on Patreon. Big shout out to 5:28 a.m., Big Abdel, Alan, Andrew, Bruv, Childish Nujabes, Tris, Fitz, Infinite, Irene Sharda, Jacob Holland, Johnny Rogers, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Revenant, Scobe, Silo, Simi, follow Simi on Twitch, Sonny Kathapali, Tino Brown, Zodiac, and Zyler Scotty. Thank you guys. Your support is greatly appreciated. And because of y'all, I don't gotta eat ice soup. Y'all ever had ice soup? Y'all never had to live off no ice soup, man. All right.